She told me off in the back of a McDonald's. It only cost a Big Mac. This shit like $3. I think I'm getting kicked out of the place. Straight face, Ronald B. chasing. I'm running for my life, it's crazy. I'm feeling like Bowser with Daisy.
What is up, guys? TDZ back with another video, and today we're going to be making my One Piece crew if I was in the world of One Piece. Okay, my pirate crew if I was in the world of One Piece. Now, looking at this list, you're probably gonna notice everybody's not on here, but think about it. One Piece has over 1,000 episodes. Having every character on here would be pretty fucking diabolical. Okay. So we're just gonna go with the characters they have here because I think it says it's supposed to have like 120 characters, so that should be enough for me. Like, I don't think I'm too picky that I want. But basically, the way this is gonna work, we're gonna go down the list. We're gonna see who do I like, who do I don't like, who would I offer as part of my crew, who I wouldn't. And then we have the whole Marines category, where Marines, I'll just put them right there. Now, there are some Marines that I might actually see myself offering a spot on my crew, but because of the fact that they're Marines, they're not gonna join, of course. Um, and yeah, that's just how it goes. So let's just kick it off, and we're starting with Ace. And oh yeah, by the way, the categories is this is a yes. I'm gonna finalize my crew towards the end. But mainly they're just gonna be in yes unless there's somebody who I just know is instantly gonna be on my crew, then I could just put them here. But yeah, and then there's yes that I could see them I could see me offering them a spot on my crew. Maybe like maybe it could work out. And then nah, I just don't see myself asking that person, or I just don't see them joining. And then we first have Ace, and I could see Ace joining my crew. I could see me asking him, and I could see him joining. Because for this scenario, we're gonna assume that I'm a really strong pirate. Young, of course, handsome. So I could see myself being able to recruit someone like Ace. He worked for Whitebeard in the actual show. I could see him respecting me the same way he respects Whitebeard. Well, maybe not as much because Whitebeard is legendary. And I mean, I'm TDC, but I don't know if I could live up to that reputation. But I could genuinely see myself asking Ace to join my crew. He's a pretty cool guy. I think we get along. Yeah. Akainu, you turned Ace into a donut. Go ahead and rock there with the Marines. Hmm. Alvita, look, I can honestly see it. I mean, she is a captain, or she was a captain of her own crew at one point, but I can genuinely see me asking Alvita to join the crew. Because her devil fruit power is pretty uh capable, I guess. Having I think it's I don't know the exact word for it, but where everything slips off her, makes her body smooth. That's a pretty useful devil fruit. I could see myself asking her, and I could see her joining under the right circumstances. But the timeline for all these things are going to be weird because, of course, there's certain people who might be dead and stuff like that. So we're just going to assume that the best time possible for that person to join. So, like, yeah, Alvita, this would be after she gets her devil fruit. So, yeah. Uh, Aokiji. Um, I'm only like in episode like 1,100 and like 17, I think. So I'm not. I think I did get to the part where I don't think he's a pirate anymore. I take so many breaks between One Piece. Like, I'll watch One Piece for a couple hundred episodes, then take a break for like 4 or 5 months, continue watching again. And like, I take breaks like that on and off. And I think the last break I took was like almost a year. Yeah, I was watching Wano, and I stopped watching Wano, and then I finished it like recently. But yeah, I don't think he's a pirate anymore. I mean, I don't think he's a marine anymore. I think he's a pirate now, possibly, or maybe he's revolutionary. Not 100% sure. But all I know is that he fought Garp. I know that he fought Garp. Um, but he was a marine at one point, so I'm just gonna put him here because I also don't see me asking him to join my crew. He's don't know who this is, and it's a kid, so I wouldn't ask them to join the crew. Um, Arlong, nah, I don't rock with the way Arlong thinks. He like, and plus, like, he wouldn't join the crew regardless because he's super for fishmen only. So Buggy, nah, that dude's a clown, literally. Whitebeard, I don't not it's not that I don't like Whitebeard, and I could definitely see me and him getting along, but I don't see Whitebeard as the type to work under someone else. I just don't see it. I think you if I asked him, I could see myself asking him to join my crew, of course, but it would be more of those one of those situations like, I respect you, but I mean, I'm not gonna work under you. I don't work under people. That's how I think Whitebeard thinks. Blackbeard, just not asking him. Quite simple. I don't remember who this dude is. I am actually assuming it's one of Blackbeard's crew, so we're just gonna put him here because he looks pretty evil. It looks pretty fucking evil. Uh, Bellamy, right? Bellamy, right? Bellamy. No, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, if I seen his strength, yes, but I do remember he's pretty showy, like show off type. Because I know that he fought Luffy, and Luffy like absolutely beat the fucking shit out of him. But I don't remember how he acts, and like I'm probably like not a morally. I would say my moral compass would be kind of like Luffy's. Like as long as you're not just an asshole, I could see myself like having you join the crew. Like you could be as powerful as you want if you're an asshole. I just wouldn't fuck with you, you know. Bellamere, however you say her name, Nami's mom. I could definitely see me asking her to join my crew, but she was a former Marine, so it just cannot happen. Sadly, this is actually I would say the first Marine that I'm actually pretty sad is was a Marine or is a Marine because I could see myself offering to respond to my crew. Um, oh yeah, and for like roles and stuff, once we actually figure out who's all in these two categories and the circumstances and everything, we'll see what people fill out what role and what I actually want them to be on my crew fill out role. We might only have like 4 people. No, I'm trolling. We will not have 4 people. We'll at least have 10. I think a crew should always have 12 at least, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Do not know this dude's name, but I know that he's um Law's left hand guy, a right hand man, and I would offer him a spot on my crew. He's pretty loyal. Um, from what I know, he's pretty capable. Big Mom, same as Whitebeard, just different. I don't like Big Mom the way Big Mom thinks. Anyway, so I wouldn't ask her, but I wouldn't even ask her to join my crew. But yeah, once again, she's so powerful. She wouldn't go work under anybody else. I just don't see it. Bon Clay. Hmm. I'm gonna put him in the solid maybe. The only reason why I'm kinda iffy on it is because he's pretty quirky. I don't know how I don't know how weirded out what it depends on like my initial impression of him. If he's like really quirky the first time I meet him, I might just think he's a weirdo. And even if we do like, start to get closer, I might not uh I'm just gonna pick his route here because we already know that. But yeah, I just might not like the thought of him being a weirdo might still be in my mind, which I'm not against weirdos, but as a captain, you have to have a certain standard of who you have join your crew. And if it's a pretty if it's a bad first impression, it could possibly not happen. But I'm down for a mind change, like that's why I put him in the maybe. There's definitely a chance. Brooke, we're going to put him in nah only because he's a part of the Straw Hat crew. I want to take as least Straw Hats as possible. Okay. Um, but there is one Straw Hat that I know for sure I'm gonna have to steal from Luffy. But we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, Brooke, you're a Straw Hat pirate. Nothing against you. One of my favorite characters. Can't do it. Kuro, I think that's his name. Kuro. That's Vivi's pet duck. I think he's a duck. Yeah, he's a duck. Nah. I don't. I just. It's a pet. I wouldn't really have a pet on my crew to be honest, because there's only like 3 people who I can think of in the entire series who qualify as a pet that I can think of at least. One, two, and then Laboon, which I don't even think. Oh, Laboon is on here. Nice. But yeah, those are the only 3 I could think of. I can't think of anyone else specifically. I mean, I guess if you want to count. the minks, but I don't consider them pets. They're more humans to me than pets. Um, Even Chopper is more human than pet to me, but he's smaller than the minks. Uh, Forgot this dude's name, but nah. Well, he's a captain of his own crew. I could see him working with somebody, but working for somebody, that's the only problem. I don't know if he'd work for somebody, but I could see me asking him. He's a cool dude. Um, he's pretty like I'm not gonna say powerful per se, but he has a pretty useful devil fruit. So I mean, I could see me asking him, but will he? This is the dude that okay, Cavendish, and I think Luffy called him Cabbage. Put him in maybe. He was strong. I think is he a part of I'm not sure. Is he a part of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet with Bartolomeo? Oh, my bad if I just no, no, this whole video is spoiler anyway. Yeah. Is he though? Not sure. I think he is. I'm like 90% sure he is, but yeah. Oh, by the way, I just realized Bartolomeo's not on here. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy, bro, because I would have definitely offered a spot to Bartolomeo, but he's a Luffy fan, so anyway, Caesar the Clown, I could see it. Listen, I know he's one of the biggest assholes. Look, listen, but that devil fruit though, it's it's pretty good, pretty freaking good. And honestly, I could just see my crew just being like, "Yeah, you're a part of our crew now. We're kidnapping you, and we'll be strong. Just trust. We'll be strong. If he wants to run away, we'll keep him as our prisoner. That's gonna be his role on the ship. His role is prisoner. Uh, Once again, Straw Hat can't do it. Crocodile. Look, while I while I'm quick to say I don't think he would work under somebody, I can see it. I can see him working for somebody if it's the right somebody. Like honestly, I could see him working for Luffy. Possibly, like canon wise, like if Luffy had asked him probably like after Marineford, I could see possibly him saying yes. There's now, do I think that percentage is over 50? Probably not, but I do think the chance is there. I do think Crocodile will think about that, and it's pretty funny about the theory that going around about him. Um, I just found out about this theory like 2 days ago. So I'm late, guys. I'm late. But apparently the theory is that Ivankov, no, because Ivankov apparently knows something about him that he doesn't want no one else to know, and the theory is that he's actually a girl, well was born a girl, and Ivankov, has the abilities to change people's gender and changed her to a he, and then there's building off that theory. There's another theory that Crocodile is Luffy's mom. It's still weird to say, but yeah, I just thought it was funny theory that I would throw in the mix. Like pretty fun. I just found out about it, so old, so I don't see it. Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna try and stay away from asking older people, unless like I feel like, cause see, I'm a person that I would want my crew to be strong. Seeing someone's age would automatically repulse me from asking them to be on my crew because I'm not even trying to sound mean, but people who are older in age have less time to live. I wouldn't want to, number one, put an older person in dangerous situations, and number two, I wouldn't there would be a closer time to that person's departure from this world, and I would not want to have to see my crewmate die so soon after recruiting them on my team. Now, if it's the right person, I might ask them. But Crocus, I'm just not a big Crocus guy. I mean, he's an okay character, but nothing outright that I can just see myself risking that personal idea to add him to my crew. And then I think her name is Dadan. I would not. I would not. She's strong, I think, because she's big, but I don't really remember too much about her to be honest, and I'm not gonna add her to my crew or even ask her. I don't think I would because assuming this is when, like, the only time I think we've seen her, like, for long periods of time, like, was when we were finding out about Ace and Luffy's backstory. How she, like, was basically like their adopted mom or whatever. Um, so I think at that point in time she would have other responsibilities. But if Ace was on my team, of course, she would not be taking care of them anymore. But even still, I just don't think she would be right for my crew. Plus, Ace would probably be like, nah. I mean, Ace doesn't hate her or nothing like that, but like, it's kind of like when you go to school, you wouldn't want your mom working at your school, or like like it would. That's it's kind of weird, you know. I feel like it would be that kind of feeling. Not of respect for Ace, I would go ahead. Uh, Doflamingo, once again, another nah. I don't see him working for me. I don't see me asking him. He is, while his backstory is very, let's just say tragic. I don't think I would ask him because I don't think there's any room for redemption. Along with this dude, I think his name is like Don Craig, something like that. But yeah, I don't see myself asking either of these two. They're well, actually, I don't really know much about him. I think this is the dude that I'm pretty sure this is the dude that Luffy just met and like beat the at Zeph's restaurant. I forgot what the name of it is, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's that dude. And then we have I believe Doflamingo's brother and the person who's like really close with Law. Honestly, I can see it. I'm gonna say yes. I could see it because he's a doctor, I think, right? Or he's something like a doctor, or he knows, or maybe no, maybe he's not a doctor. Oh, but Law is a doctor though, I think. But yeah, I could see me asking him to be part of my crew. He's a pretty cool guy, pretty chill. He has a good heart. Um, I don't remember what his devil fruit is, but I know he has one. And it was yeah, that's about all I remember about him. But yeah, good heart, strong. I mean, devil fruit means you're a part of you. He was a part of Don Flamingo's crew, Doflamingo's crew. At least for a little bit until Doflamingo was trying to do that thing with the getting the lost fruit and everything, blah blah blah. But yeah, he was a part of his crew, so I'm assuming he has some sort of strength. Because I don't, like I said, I don't remember much from that. Was a long arc. I definitely had to take a break from that one. Because I believe it was like 70 episodes. Like, oh my goodness, that is the one thing I do not like about One Piece. Yeah, the arcs are way too long. I mean, I get that it's the whole story, but there's some things you can leave out. Like I know like the backstories are good, but like we would go through like 10 to 15 episodes of straight backstory. Like, dude, I'm trying to watch the fight, but I mean, I know a lot of people do like the backstories. Like a lot of reason why people watch anime is because they like the backstories, which I mean, if you like backstories, good on you. But, I don't see him joining my crew. He's the leader of the revolutionaries, so I don't see him stepping down for I like well no okay, not stepping down. In this scenario, he probably wouldn't be the leader yet. But like I just don't see him working under someone else. I haven't also seen much of him, to be honest, because they haven't really expanded much about Dragon. At least that I remember. If they did, good on y'all for remembering, but I don't. Drake, I could see him working under somebody. I could see him working for my crew. I'm not even gonna say maybe. I could see him saying yes. Believe this is one of the people who was training Sanji. No, thank you. Um, they were strong. Those people were strong, but they were very weird, very weird. I mean, they were good-hearted people, but very weird. Uh, and now you guys might go crazy about this one, but I can see it. Look, listen. You guys might think, now he wouldn't follow anyone. Listen up. I think it could happen. I just think you'd have to first show how strong you are, beat him, and then on top of that, you'd probably have to show them why you want them to join. Like, I don't no, I don't now I will say this now, I don't think I will actually be adding either of these 2 to my crew, but I can see it happening possibly. I can see myself asking them in a way or another, and I can possibly see them saying yes. Not saying it's a 100% thing. I'm not even saying it's over a 20% chance. It might even be like a 1% chance, 2% chance, but I can see it possible. All these people down here, I just don't see it happening, or they're straw hats, so I would not ask them, knowing the story of One Piece. Yeah. Or I just don't see myself asking them in general. I think I said that, but I don't see them saying yes, or I just didn't ask them because I didn't want them to be a part of my crew. Like a kid, never would want a kid to be a part of my crew. I wouldn't want to do that. You, this guy, how are you an asshole and weak? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. And then faking to be a Luffy? No, no, no. Foxy is weird as you can get. Frankie. Okay, now look, hear me out. You know what? I know I was only gonna say one, but I'm just gonna put Frankie in maybe, even though I know I'm not gonna add him because he is a straw hat. I'm not gonna add him, but oh my goodness, Frankie is such a good character, dude. Like, y'all don't understand how good Frankie is. Like, of course, I love all the straw hats, but Frankie is probably my fourth favorite straw hat. I want to say. Luffy just automatically gets reps in the top three because he's the main character. But if we're excluding Luffy, he'd be three. And I just think he's so cool as a character. Like, oh my goodness, he's one of the great. I can't wait to see how they do him in the live action. Like how they represent him in the live action is going to be just straight cinema. Um, Fujitora, I think his name is. Yeah. Um, Poseidon. That's when I think his name is Poseidon, right? The like the fish people king is like I think his name is Poseidon. This is his son, right? Like going to Shirahoshi's uh brothers, right? Or it's definitely like a guard. I know I've seen him, but yeah. First of all, don't think you would say yes if he's like guard for. Is he on here? I don't see him. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This dude. If he's a guard for this dude, or like his son, I don't see him saying yes. Don't remember who this dude is, so nah. Garp. Garp is a Marine. Oh, nope. Garp is a Marine. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out, that guy's a Marine. Um, but yeah, Garp's a Marine. Don't know who this dude is. If y'all remember who this dude is, because he looks kind of familiar, but I don't remember him. So if y'all remember who this dude is, let me know in the comments. This dude, nah. I think he's from the Arlong Park era. I mean arc. I just don't remember. Once again, do not see him. This is the king of the pirates. Come on, guys. I don't see him taking nobody under his wing. I mean, I don't see him becoming anybody's subordinate. I just don't see it. I'm gonna say nah. I could see her being somebody's subordinate, but that somebody is Luffy, 100%. It just I just don't think I see her on my crew. If I ask, she'll probably be like, "Yeah, no." If it was Luffy, she would say yes in a heartbeat, but I'm not Luffy. Don't know who this guy is. Hawkins, no. That dude is a serious snake. Marine, uh, that dude hates anyone that's not Fishman. Iceberg. Okay, okay, okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yep, I can see Iceberg joining my crew. I can see it. I can see it 1,000,000%. This dude, I don't remember too much about them. I don't remember too much about them, but I can see them joining. I mean, I can see myself asking them because I don't remember what their devil fruit power was, but I can remember. I'm remembering them with scissors. I don't know why, but I'm remembering them with scissors. I think they have scissors. Maybe it's a scissors type devil fruit or something like that. But I can see myself asking them. They look pretty cool. They have a pretty cool look. Yeah, I can see it. Next, we have a no. Sorry, guys. Ivankov is cool and all, but like the same thing I said with Where are they at? Where are they at? Who did I say? Who did I say? Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Oh, Clay. Same thing I said with Clay. I just think now see, Clay is not that weird. Like Ivankov is a very strong scent. You feel me? Like I feel like you have to really be locked in to get along with Ivankov, and I don't think I would be that kind of person. I think like the first in introduction to him, um, my can't remember the word I used earlier. It starts with the I. First impression. My first impression of Ivankov would probably repel me from asking him to my crew, and I just never would. Um, I think this is the dude from Wano, and I could see myself asking him to join my crew, but I'm gonna put him in maybe because if he's a Wano soldier, he probably wouldn't. Or if he's like one of like the people of Wano, he probably wouldn't um join, even if I asked him. Um, unless it's like of course the timing of like after Kozuki Oden got um boiled alive or not even boiled, he got shot. But like after he was killed, like maybe if it was like right after that, maybe I could see him joining the crew. That's what I'm putting in there. But besides that, I just don't see him doing that because they went into hiding for a while or however that worked. Uh, Clear Marine. Don't is that who is even is that? Yeah, I don't remember. Bonnie, don't see her joining my crew just because she's very independent. Straw Hat, uh, I think also from the Arlong Park arc. That was a tongue twister. Kaku, I'm gonna consider all the CP whatevers, uh, uh, just straight Marines. And if I miss somebody that was in CP whatever, and because I don't remember exactly what they're called, I know there's CP9, there's CP0, but I don't remember which is which, and which one are these guys a part of? Or no, that's not him. Where's he at? Oh, yeah, these guys a part of. But yeah, I'm just gonna put those guys right here. Katakuri, nah, just because he's part of Big Mom's crew. I don't see him ever betraying his mom because, yeah, I think this is Kaya Cook. No, let me stop. Let me stop. No, she was sick and she has a place to run from her family, passed down to her family. Killer, I can see it. Killer, I can definitely see me asking him to join the crew, because he's a really loyal guy. Like, he's very loyal, to Kid, who I think we're approaching here soon. But yeah, Kinemon, I don't know. I think it's the same thing, like I said about Ivankov, too quirky, like off the go. Like if I met him the same way Luffy did, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not saving a pair of legs. It's not, nah, it's not going. Koala, I can see it. I can see me asking Koala to join the crew. I can see it. Koala's strong. She's part of the revolutionaries. I'm like a million percent sure that she doesn't have a devil fruit. So she's strong off of just her own. No, she might have a devil fruit. I don't know. I don't remember too much about her either. But I know that she's a part of the revolutionaries, so she can probably fight. And we're like in a big lack of females up here, besides like Alvita, and I think that's it. Unless this person is a female, I don't know for sure. But yeah, we're like in a really lack of females up here. So, um, Kobe. Oh my goodness, Kobe. If you weren't a Marine, you would be my. All right, let me stop. If Kobe wasn't a Marine, he would definitely be on my crew. I don't care. I'm not taking no for an answer. Kobe is the goat. Okay, Kobe is the goat. Great character. No, no. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Just no. I could actually see this, to be honest. Like, I could see me asking him to be on my crew, but I'm going to keep him here because I don't think he says yes. I don't think he says yes. Another one who I can actually see myself possibly asking, but I don't think she says yes either. And I know I said not old people, but she doesn't feel like an old person to me. Plus, we'll need a doctor. And if I meet her as early in my journey as Luffy did, I could see myself asking her to. If, like, of course, if Chopper wasn't available, as well. Like, we'll say that I meet her after Chopper's already been swooped up. My bad for the yawn, guys. But yeah, we still have quite a bit of characters left. But that's like Kuro, the dude from the Black Cat Pirates or whatever. I can see it. I can see it. I'm gonna put him in maybe, but 'cause I don't. It depends on like if he would actually join me. But I can see it. I can see me asking him for sure. This dude, this is Cryos. That dude, whatever that dude name is. I can see it. I can see me asking him, would he join? Probably not. Because of the whole Rebecca thing. Gotta take care of his daughter. Um, but yeah, I can see myself asking him for sure, and I think there is a slight chance that it could happen. But will he say yes? The numbers are not in my favor. Laboon, no, just because he's too big of a target. He would certainly people would attack him, and I wouldn't like that. Law, nah, he's a captain. I just don't see him taking orders from anybody, even Luffy, and they're pretty good friends. I don't know who this is. They look like they can fight, but I'm gonna say no, just because I don't know who it is. Rablucci, bam, Luffy, clearly not. No explanation there. I think that's a member of uh Blackbeard's crew, so no, because they're all like bum scrubs and assholes over there. Yeah, Magellan, I'm gonna put him there because I think he's a Marine. I know yeah, he was guarding Impel Down. He's got to be a Marine. Kid, nope. He's one like pretty similar to Luffy and well, pretty similar to Luffy and Law. Just do not see them taking orders from anybody. Macau? No, that's not her name. It's something with an M, I want to say, but um, I don't see her taking orders, or not even me seeing her taking orders from anyway. But I wouldn't ask her to be on my crew, just because of the main fact that she's not strong. She can't really fight. Yeah, I might need, but she can cook though. She can cook though. I'm pretty sure because she's like a bar person, right? Because she's the person that like be's in the bar. Be She's the person that's like usually in the bar when Shanks comes and was talking with Luffy. So I could see me asking her to be a part of my crew as as a cook. Like you make the food and stuff like that. Because we don't have anybody up here that I think can cook. I mean, unless this dude can secretly cook or this dude. But yeah, I don't think there's anybody up here who can really cook. So I guess she'll be our cook if we choose her, and if she says yes. I don't know who this person. Or no, I do remember who this person is. I just don't know her name. But I can see myself asking her, cause I do like her. Honestly, if see, I didn't start watching One Piece until there were like most of the Straw Hats were already known. So I think it was like in like the 900s in episodes, like episode when like there was like 900 episodes when I started watching One Piece. And like I knew all the Straw Hats because even though I don't think Jinbei was a part of the crew quite yet, at that time people already knew that Jinbei was going to join at some point because he basically made that promise to Luffy and whatnot. So I kind of already knew the whole crew before I started watching it. I just didn't know who the characters were. I knew the faces, but I didn't know who they were. I even had a One Piece backpack that I bought like because it was like when I first started watching it. But yeah. So I just don't. Who we're talking about? Yeah, but yeah, I did want her to actually be a part of the one. That's what I was trying to get at. I was actually thinking I wanted her to be a part of Luffy's crew, but because I already knew who his crew would be, I knew that she wasn't going to make it. So I went out for a spot in my crew just because she's a pretty cool character. She had a really good bond with Luffy. I could see me having that kind of bond with her, if I ended up in Amazon Lily. And I think that she's decently strong. She's not overpowered or anything or really powerful, but she's solidly strong, and I think having her on my crew would be pretty cool. This is one of this is one of Boa's sisters, right? I'm gonna say no because I don't see me asking anyone else but her. This is the only girl from Amazon Lily who I can see me asking, and that's a possibility. That's like if I had that kind of bond with her that Luffy did, you know. Mihawk, I'm going to say maybe. Cause I can see Mihawk working for like I said with some of the others, like these two. If it's the right person, I could see Mihawk working out of them. But it's just like a very big if. Okay. I don't remember for sure, but since we're in the M's, uh, I think that's Monet. That's like the bird lady who worked with Caesar. I can see myself asking her. She was always one of my favorite characters. Plus, she has green hair, so she can't be bad. Like green-haired characters are always great. Let me make sure that there's no bad green-haired characters. Well, there's her, but she's. I mean, she don't look like a terrible, like a mean person. So yeah, yeah. Green is my favorite color, by the way. So okay. So next we have Gecko Moria. Nope, that dude is mean as hell. Straw Hat. So no sir. Well, in this case, no ma'am. But nah. Oh no, wait, nah. And let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're not even gonna debate about this. Robin will be part of my crew. There's really no explanation to it. It's just when I started watching One Piece, yeah, Robin was definitely my crush. So Robin instantly became my favorite character. I don't care what anybody has to say about that. Robin will be joining my crew. I'm stealing her from Luffy. It's happening. It's happening. We don't care. Nojiko, that's a interesting one because I can see me asking her to join the crew because I mean she's not a fighter or nothing like that, but she has like probably some fighting experience like in her own village. Um, but yeah, like I could see me asking her, but would she join? I feel like it depends on if Nami's still there. If Nami had already left the village by this point, I could see her maybe saying yes. Maybe. Maybe. Hachi. Hachi is a goat. Anyone who says otherwise must be struck down. Must be struck down. I could see me asking Hachi. I don't care if he's quirky. He's like one of the greatest fishman. Actually, he is the greatest fishman. I don't care. He's awesome. If you don't like Hachi, what are you doing with your life? Nico Robin's mom, no. This is like probably a fish seller. I'm assuming by the way he looks, so no. Polly, 1 billion% yes. Polly is a 1 billion% yes. I don't care what nobody got to say. Even though I'm pretty sure Polly is like pretty liked within the fan base, but yeah, Polly I would definitely want to join the crew and definitely ask to join the crew because yeah, I think he's a shipwright, right? He's pretty similar. Like he works with Iceberg and all that. So yeah, yeah, I could see me asking him. I could see me asking him. Don't know who this dude is. He looks pretty weird, so I probably would say no. Perona. I mean, she kind of looks a little weird though. She kind of looks a little weird though. I'll put her in maybe. But I don't know about that one. I think that might be the least one in the maybe. Well, no. These two would probably be the least one in the maybe. But like after that, oh, him too, and I guess kind of him, and maybe him too, and then Perona. Oh, and him, and then Perona. Because the rest of those people, I can possibly see it. Like Frankie's only here because he's a goat. Um, really, essentially. Marco, I could see me asking him, but it really just depends. Like, has he met Blackbeard? I mean, what? Not Blackbeard. Has he met Whitebeard yet? Because if he met Whitebeard yet, then no, for sure no. Now it maybe after Whitebeard dies, but no. I think he takes over as captain of the Whitebeard Pirates, though, right? Or what happens with the Whitebeard Pirates? I do not remember. After Marineford, I do not remember. But yeah, I could see it possibly happening. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't know who this is, so just gonna put him right there. I think this is somebody from Wano. I think one of the fighters from Wano. Um, so I'm gonna put her there. Sabo. I could see Sabo. I could see Sabo joining my crew. Like if I like Sabo and Ace are pretty similar. I could see if I could see Ace joining my crew, I could see Sabo as well. But I just don't know if Sabo would actually say yes. This is what's her name? Sister, Boa's sister. No. Sanji. No, because you're a straw hat, but that's not the only reason I'm saying no. I just okay, listen, Sanji is a cool character, okay? He's all right, but he is my least favorite Straw Hat. Hmm. You want to know why? The reason he's my least favorite Straw Hat is because what he did to Luffy in Whole Cake Island. I don't care if y'all say it was justified. Oh, he was just trying to do that, so he had to. Nah, he didn't have to do a damn thing. He knows how strong Luffy is. Luffy could have probably packed up his brothers and Judge Vinsmoke. I think that's the name. Yeah, Judge Vinsmoke. Luffy probably could have packed them up. So what I'm saying that he should have done, he should have got out the car and said, "Luffy, you came to save me," and they should have booked it. Now, would Luffy actually run from a fight? Probably not. But Luffy could have taken down those guys, I think. So I think what he did was it was unjustified. You can't justify that. He beat the shit out of Luffy, and I just nah. It all worked out in the end, but nah. After that, it stained Sanji from my memory. That made me not like Sanji as much. This dude, no, he is a snake. He kind of looks like one too. But okay. Sengoku, Senor Pink. Um, okay. I mean, I can see it. I can see it. I mean, you know, I like his backstory. His backstory is like really cool. Now he is a bit quirky because of his outfit, but once you know his backstory, if I found out why he was doing that, I probably would be like, to I would probably do the same thing, bro. Like that's so sweet. You know, Shanks. I don't see him going under anybody's crew unless it's Goldie Roger, of course. Because he was actually on that crew. But yeah, Rayleigh. I just don't see him on anybody's crew but Gold Roger. Like I just don't see it. I don't see it. I just can't. Maybe maybe long after uh Roger's gone, like around the time Luffy meets him. Maybe I meet him and I ask him just to be the big the older person, the older wise member of the crew. Blah blah blah. But yeah, sorry about that. I had to go. I got to take a phone call. I think we were talking about Rayleigh. Yeah, I don't see it. Like maybe as like an older member of the crew, like maybe like a veteran, I could see him joining. Maybe, but I don't really. I'm not even gonna put him in the maybe because I just it's highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Smoker is a Marine. Sugar, I think that's her name, right? Something like that. That's the girl who could turn people to toys. I can see myself asking her for sure. A bajillion percent. Toshigi, what's it called? The reason why, well, first of all, she had green hair. All characters with green hair are goats. And then on top of that, she seems like a pretty cool character, especially with her devil fruit powers to be able to turn people into toys. So she could be pretty useful to the crew. Tom, nah, I wouldn't ask Tom personally. Don't remember who this dude is. Maybe he's from the Skype arc, maybe? Yeah, he looks like he's from Skype arc with the wings, so we're just gonna assume. So I don't remember him though, so I'm not gonna put him. If I don't remember the characters like I've done with other characters, where they at? This dude, yeah. Like if I don't remember the character, I'm just not going to put them higher up because I wouldn't. I can't go off of appearance. Gotta go off of some type of personality. Usopp, you're a straw hat, buddy. Get up there with the rest of the straw hats. Ugh. Hmm. Oh yeah, you might have noticed I didn't put Luffy with the rest of the Straw Hats. It's because Luffy is considered out of his. Okay, the only reason the other Straw Hats are up here is because they're Straw Hats. That's the only reason why some of them might not even made it onto this list. Um, while Luffy, on the other hand, he's yes, he's a Straw Hat, but he's the captain. So I consider him like any of the rest of these other characters. So his reasoning, he actually has a reasoning, even though I didn't explain it. It's because Luffy's whole thing is he likes to be free. He wouldn't be under anyone's he wouldn't be on anyone's pirate crew, you know? So, yeah. This dude, do not remember who he is. So, like I know the rest of them, even though this dude do look pretty cool. I definitely want someone cool like this on my crew, but I don't know who he is, so. This is Reiju, I think. This Sanji's sister. I can definitely nope. Nope. I can definitely see me asking her to join my crew because first of all, her design is like on point. You have other pink-haired characters on this list that don't have the kind of well, Bonnie's pretty cool, but like besides like Bonnie, like the rest of the pink-haired characters on this. Oh, never mind. We got the goat Kobe. Never mind. Tuh, Kobe's the best pink-haired character on this list, but like she rocks the design with style. You feel me? And I don't think she's a doctor, but she sucked the poison out of Luffy that one time, so she might as well be. And she's strong because she's has like the powers of like the like the Vinsmoke people, right? Because Judge like experiment on his kids and everything like that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Um, this girl's name I completely forgot. I'm not even gonna try and guess it, but she has a useful devil fruit, so I'm gonna say maybe. Like it really just depends on like if she says yes, because I think she can like read people's minds, right? Like something like that. Like yeah, if she can read people's minds, I'm gonna say for sure. I would definitely see myself asking her to join the crew. Uh, think he's a part of Blackbeard's crew, so I'm going to put him here, even though I don't. He might not be because he looks like he has a smile. He looks like he could be a good guy. Vivi, I'm just gonna say, whoa, I'm gonna put Vivi up here because she's basically a straw hat. So I mean, I wouldn't ask her to join regardless, but yeah, I can see this is do what the main guy from the Skypiea arc. I could see myself asking him for sure. Would he say yes? It would mainly be up to if he says yes because um he has responsibilities up there. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Usopp, that's Usopp's father. No, because he's a part of I don't see him serving anyone but Shanks. But I mean, I could see myself asking him if I didn't know Shanks was in the picture. But Zeph, nah. Like I said about them old people, nah. And then we have one of the other goats, the other goat. I'm only putting him here just because he's the second best Straw Hat in my opinion, excluding Luffy. Here's my Straw Hat rankings right now. Robin is number one, then Luffy, wherever he's at, Luffy, then Zoro, then Frankie, five probably going to Chopper, then Usopp. No, I'm gonna go Usopp then Chopper, but in the live action, Chopper is my favorite Straw Hat. But yeah, Usopp, then Chopper, then Brook, then Nami, then Jinbei, and Sanji's last. Wherever I do this, yeah, bum ass. But yeah. Okay, we finally have our full list of characters. So now we can look at just these characters and see who are we going to add to the crew. And first, we're going to go in order of what Luffy recruited. So first, he recruited his right-hand man, his first mate. And who better to be my first mate than Ace? I said I could see it happening. I could see him joining. I'm going to make him my first mate. Next we have our navigator, right? Navigator, I think. And honestly, I don't think any of these people can navigate that I'm looking at right now. Like I don't see it. Like, and I'm definitely not asking Zoro, even though he's a straw hat, so I wouldn't ask him anyway. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna ask him to be my navigator. Um, she seemed like she had a pretty good sense of direction. You feel me? But like I said, she's also loyal to Gecko Moria, but I'm not looking at anybody else who got a better sense of direction. I mean, maybe Koala. Now, when we look at design, like Koala looks like a cooler character. You know what? I'm just, oh, did not mean to do that. We're just gonna go Koala. Koala's gonna be our navigator. Now, our sniper. I don't know, honestly. I would ask this dude, and since we're going off best possible circumstance, we're gonna go with him. He got guns in his hand right now, so you know he could shoot. Even though I think this dude is good with guns as well. But yeah, we're just gonna stick with that. Blah blah blah. Next up after the sniper, we have we need the cook, right? Yeah, we need the cook. And like I said, I don't see a lot of people around here who can cook. So that's what we have her for. Cook. Bam. Easy. Next up after the cook, we need our doctor. And honestly, I don't know because we don't have a lot of doctor-like characters here. You feel me? Um, we're just gonna. I guess I said she was like a. Where she at? Where the fuck did she go? Oh yeah, I guess I said she was someone like a doctor. She sucked the poison out of somebody, out of Luffy. So I guess she'll be our doctor. Let me make sure do another check. Make sure there's actually no doctors here. I don't see none. Yeah, I don't see none. So I mean, shit. Um. Okay. Next up, we have our archaeologists. They're already there. Now we need our shipwright, and and who other better than shipwright than our boy? Nah, I'm trolling. But actually, on a for real though, we gonna have iceberg. Or nope, 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 nope. Polly. I like iceberg, but iceberg's in a better situation to work to he can't leave. Polly probably can. From what I remember that like Iceberg was in charge type thing. So like he would have more incentive to stay than Polly. So we're gonna have Polly be our shipwright. And I'm pretty sure Polly can fight, so it's all good. Next up after that we need our musician. And I don't think none of these guys can sing, to be honest. So we're just gonna pick somebody at random who I want to join my crew. And looking at the people here, hmm, actually, we're gonna go with another role altogether. We're going to go with the role of rookie, and our rookie is going to be Sugar. Bam. Since there's no musicians, there's no point in trying to just fake add somebody to the crew. We could just actually add a position, which rookie is kind of a position that is used. So we're gonna go with that. After that, we would need, we have, so far we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 characters, right? So after Brooke was recruited, we had needed our helmsman. And honestly, I know y'all didn't think I was an Anahachi to my crew. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. I mean, I don't think he's actually a helmsman, but I don't care. Hachi's on the squad. You feel me? So now we have 9 characters, and including me. That's 10 on the crew. That's just as many as Luffy had. So now we just need our 2 remaining members. And honestly, who's it gonna be? And that's the question we're about to answer right now. One of them is going to be, pause for dramatic effect, Caesar the Clown. Or Caesar the, is he a clown? I guess. He's going to be our scientist slash prisoner because, like I said, we're stealing him. He's ours now. There's nothing nobody can do about it. Now, I also want to have I also want to have a split number of genders on the crew. So we have one, two, three, four, five, including me, 6 guys, and we only have one, 2, 3, 4, 5 girls. So we need one more female to join our crew, which means the people up for debate is Alvita, Monet, Nojiko, this girl, Perona, this lady, forgot her name, and I think that's it. So the question is, who will be the final member on our crew? Well, let's think of some other um crew roles. And I'm gonna go do some research and I'll be right back with you when I figure it out. Alright guys, I'm back. After doing a little bit of research, finding out a couple other roles that we could actually have on the crew, I've come to the final three in debate. We have Perona as a possible lookout. We have her, which I'm going to figure out the name sooner or later, as the second mate. Because if our connection was that close, which would be the only way I even ask her to join the crew, and she would say yes, if our connection was that close, she would have to be a close member to me, meaning second mate could work. And this lady, who I also don't remember the name, but the reason why I chose her is because of the last role I thought about, and it could be our spy. If she could read what people's thinking, she can easily infiltrate places, with using her devil fruit powers or whatever. So having these three as our last possible members to join the crew, who do we choose? Well, I think in this situation, we would have to do what is best for the crew, meaning a spy. A spy is easily the best role between the three because anyone could really be a lookout and anyone can be a second mate. But having the devil fruit and power to read what people's thinking is so valuable and it's amazing. And if I had to pick a 13th person to join the crew, which I'm going to do just because I think I would really vibe with this person. And yeah, Drake. So this would be my crew. This would be my One Piece crew if I was in the world of One Piece. We have Ace, Koala, forgot his name, forgot her name, Reiju, Nico Robin, Polly, Sugar, Hachi, Caesar, forgot her name, and Drake. You would think it's crazy that I have not one, not two, but three people on my crew that I forgot their name. We're going to figure that out right after this video. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for indulging in this hour-long mission that we have set out here today. We've had the people who almost became Straw Hats right here. We have the people who didn't quite make it. I just, for one reason or another, or maybe they didn't want to be a part of my crew. Okay. We have the people who almost became a part of my crew. Then we have the people who didn't make it for, some reason or another. And then again, we have the Marines who just, they're Marines. They'll never be pirates. So, with that, yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. And make sure to let me know in the comments what you think of my crew. Do you think you could come up with a better crew that could beat mine? Let me know. And tell me in the comments, what would your crew be if you were in One Piece? I want to know because maybe you have like a really OP crew that I didn't even know, or there's characters that I didn't think of. Like there are characters here that are pretty strong that didn't even get into the tier list because they didn't pop up on this one. So maybe you found a tier list with a character that was stronger than any of my characters, but that's would be our crew. And with that, that is the end of the video. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.
Gave it my all, but it never was enough. I tried to be there for you although times was rough. I tried to work up my confidence, make it buff. So all my efforts for nothing, guess it's a buzz. Thought we had something going on like that was